Hello everybody, what's happening, My name's Neil, welcome along to Midlife Motors. This morning we've been up and on the road for a couple of hours already. We've still got a couple to go because we are travelling from Scotlandshire to Englandshire. We're about halfway, just about Preston, to pick up a new car. Yes, Mrs. Midlife Motors is finally replacing her Mazda CX-5 with, well, that's the question. Stay tuned and we will show you. We've arrived, we're in Derby. We've just done 300 miles in a Yaris, which wasn't too bad actually. One stop, took about 5 hours. The clue, we're at a Volkswagen garage, but which Volkswagen are we getting? Are we getting a Golf GTi? No. Are we getting a Golf R? No. Are we getting a Polo GTi? No. Well, actually, yes. We're getting this Polo GTi Plus, and well, it'll be coming to the channel on a more of a full depth review, but just looking at it straight away, I'd have to say I think she's picked a bit of a belter. We've gone for the Plus this time just because it wasn't really much more money, and it's added a few things like the wheels. It's got a panoramic roof, and in this one it's also got the winter pack, so the heated seats. The Plus also has the virtual dash. Do like that blue color, but the Polo looks great in the silver. In fact, the two cars side by side don't look that dissimilar. Obviously the Polo's a wee bit smaller, but if anything I'd say it looks a touch more modern at the front than, I know that's an older Golf, but yeah, initial impressions so far so good. So the test drive has just been carried out. Let me see, she's just got back. Don't know the seats around here too well, streets around here too well, but whoop. Here we go, find out the verdict.
Oh, you picture of the car. You picture of the car.
So what's the verdict?
It's a yes.
So there they go, off to sign the checks, Whilst I'm killing time, I'm just coming around having a look at this, because they've got two Mk8 Golfs right next to each other. Got a Mk8 GTi here and a Mk8 R right next door to it, so it's quite good. You can actually see the two cars side by side. I do actually have to say that looks really, really nice. In the flesh, oh look at the wheels on that as well. Yeah, in the flesh, this and this do look good. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, I prefer the older car, but you know what folk are like, they don't like change. But those two together do look superb. I'd have to say, in the olden days, on the 7 and the 7.5, I preferred the rear of the GTi. I think the rear of the R now looks better. In fact, I think the R's now a better looking car than the GTi. What's your thoughts? Stick them in the comments down below. That colour just absolutely suits the car down to a T. And it's got a really nice diffuser thing going on underneath there as well. Lovely car. So there we go. The car is officially now Mrs. Midlife Motors. Sammy's just going to give her a bit of an update as to how it all works. A big thanks to Parkway. If Mr. or Mrs. Parkway is listening, Sammy's been spot on. It has been, as you can imagine, it's a bit nervous buying a car when you're 300 miles away, but this car's been exactly as described, and I mean, they're obviously prepared to a very high standard here, so we'll let them do their thing, find out how everything works. Thanks Sammy, appreciate that, thanks for your help. We'll have a quick nosy round because they've got some really nice cars in here. We saw the GTi and the R earlier. This is our first Volkswagen, so kind of looking forward to seeing how they go on. I know they're popular bits of kit. Nice R estate there, another GTi. I mean, if you're in the market for something golfish and something sporty, and you want to check out their website, lots of these GTE ones as well, which I think are the electric ones. Just loads of choice, absolutely loads of choice, whether it's a brand new Mk8, there's a Mk8 GTi, or the older 7.5s. There are loads and loads and loads of sporty Golfs here. Another R, not so keen on the white. Another R, that one, yeah, those two side by side actually look quite nice. Another GTi, just loads and loads and loads of choice. Yeah, and well priced too. That's why we've travelled so far. So we've got an R, a GTI, a GTI, another GTI, a GTE, an R. So yes, huge amounts of choice. Just popped over here because good to see these are Volkswagen's 2 electric cars, the ID3 and the ID4. I'll be honest with you, the ID4 looks crap, but the ID3 looks quite nice. I think that's quite a nice looking car. The interior of it as well, I saw it in the showroom, and the interior of it is very modern looking. Very I like this color as well. It's a pro apparently, this car. Maybe you get an amateur as well, I don't know. The big one though, could they have a bit more plastic? That looks not good, but it is the future, so maybe one day we'll be driving that or that. Whilst I'm here, the T-Roc R. Should you, shouldn't you? Would that be a good replacement for the Evoque? I do quite like it. I'd want one with a panoramic roof or something like that as well, and maybe in a slightly more discreet colour. But I'm looking at the price, I'm looking at the car, and it's you get a lot for the money. You do get a lot for the money, and I quite like the look of them. I think looks quite compact, looks nice inside. It's not too big. There's one in the showroom which I had a little sit in, nice and comfy, and even round the back here, I think it looks good. I think it's a nice looking car. But I'm walking up here because we've got some Polos, and there's some GTIs of those, and one of them, there was another one that we were umming and ahhing about. Now in the comments below, let us know. We went for the grey one. Should we have gone for the blue one? At the end of the day, it wasn't my choice, and it was a hard choice. Now, two things: this car is a smidge more expensive, and it's missing one thing that the grey car has got. Doesn't have the panoramic roof. So still a beautiful car in that colour in the sunshine, just looks absolutely fantastic. The Polo's been a bit of a left field choice. It wasn't really on our radar until we started looking a couple of weeks back, and yeah, nice cars. Car's got a long journey ahead of it now, so I think at the end of it, CJ will know exactly the good and the bad bits. It did feel very comfortable. I liked the seats. They were nice and supportive without being too pinching. So 300 miles in it though will let her know whether she made a good or a bad choice. Early indications are though, it looks quite nice. If you're still with me, quick update on the journey. We're back into Scotland now, and hey presto, the sun's come out. Little Yaris has done well. Seats are very comfy, averaging 52.5 miles per gallon. I can see it sneaking up. Mrs. Midlife Motors has had a nice journey to get to know her car. That's about it. I might do a quick whiz round when we get home, just to have a look at it. I'll get myself insured during the week, and we'll go for a good drive. But in the meantime, if you can give us a thumbs up, if you can share it, and if you can subscribe below, that'd be superb. Thanks very much. Catch you shortly.